Okay, so the first example of operation is adding. So the symbol is this one, f plus g in brackets of x, okay? So what it means is you take f of x plus g of x. It's just a shorter way to write it, okay? So instead of writing two separately, you can put it together, okay? And then similar for difference, okay? For multiplying, for dividing, okay? So we have 4 operations. So of course, they will give you 2 functions and then ask you to add them up, okay? And also make the graphs. So here we'll try an example, okay? Example 2, given the function f of x equal to 2x plus 1, I'm going to use the red, okay, for the f. If you have 2 different color, okay, you can grab that. And then the blue one will be the g. Okay, so 2 functions where x is real number. So that means x, you can use any number you like. So when they say f plus g of x, okay, let's go down to the expression, right? F plus g of x. This just means you take f of x and then you add it with the g of x. Okay, so let's go back up to the table, right? I'm going to choose some negative numbers, some negative positive numbers. So use -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so those are our input. And then for the f, we'll use the red. Okay, so we'll plug it in into the function. And then for the g, you plug it into the g function. Okay, so I'll do the first one and then you guys figure out the rest of the values, okay? So f of -2. So you go to the f function, right? 2 times -2 is -4. -4 plus 1, -3. Okay, so you get -3 for the first one. You do the same thing for the next x value, okay? And then for the g function, if I put -2 in, it will be negative times -2, so that's 2. 2 plus 3 will be 5. Okay, if anyone has questions about how I get those 2 numbers, let me know. You can raise your hand and I'll explain the steps. Okay, if you don't have question, continue. Okay, finish the bottom table. Okay, finish each of the y values, okay, for both functions. Once you've done those 2 columns, okay, you can raise your hand and then we'll check over the numbers. Once you start to do a few of them, you'll see the pattern, okay? And it'll become easier to get the rest. Okay, so let's check the numbers for f, for the function f. Okay, Waylon, what's your answer for x equal -1?
I got -1.
Okay, you can continue next one, 0.
1,
And then,
3,
yeah.
and then 5.
Yes, okay, so you can see the pattern, it goes up by 2 each time, right? So once you get a few of them, you can do that. We can only do this this way if it's a linear, Okay, both of the function, they are linear functions, meaning they are straight lines. Okay, they don't have squares. Okay, for the g function g. Okay, CZ, what's your y value for -1?
4,
And then
3,
yeah,
2,
yeah.
1.
Yes, okay, perfect. All right, so they both have patterns because they are both linear. So let's graph, put both functions on the grid. For the f, I'll use the red, okay? So -2, -3 will be down here. -1, -1, 0, 1, right? You can already see they should line up. If they don't, you plot a point wrong, okay? 2, 5. Okay, so try to go as straight as you can. Okay, so this one is f of x. Please label it on your grid. Okay, next one is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? -2 is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You get this one. Okay, I will wait for you guys to finish. Okay, please raise your hand again once you finish the graph and the table. Okay. And don't forget to label your graph. The second one is g of x. Okay, please raise your hand if you finish the graph. Okay, Eric, do you need more time? Kellen?
I'm almost done.
Okay. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, we'll look at the graph now. This question wants us to add the two graphs together. Okay, sometimes the question they give you just the graph and want you to add them up without the table at all. Okay, so what we can do is we look at the table first, right? So suppose we got the table. Well, we have the table here. So f plus g, okay, the green one. I'm gonna use the green, so you will need a third color now, okay? So f plus g means you need to add the two y value, f of x plus g of x. So -3, you need to plus 5, okay? So that will give you the 2, right? -3 plus 5. Now, if you look at the graph at the same time, for x equal to -2, the red point is this one, right? I've circled it, right? -2, -3. And then for the blue, it's -2, 5. So if there's no table, I can also add them up using the points on the graph. So you look at this number is at 5, right? For the red is at -3. You add them up on the graph, right? You just look at the graph. -5 plus negative, sorry, not -5. 5 plus -3 will be 2. So you know for x equal to 2, it will be, sorry, x equal to -2, it will be 2. So you know a point there. Right? Without having a table at all. Okay, you need to know how to do this without the table. Okay, just looking at the graph, how do you add the functions together? Let's try another one, right? So let's say the next point. Okay, I'm gonna erase the circle now. Okay, so we move on to x equal to -1. Okay, x equal to -1, the point is here for the blue. For the red is right here. Okay, so the blue one is at 4, right? 4 and -1. So 4 plus -1 is it's 3, right? 4 plus -1 is 3. So we have a point at 3. Does that make sense to you? Right? You look at the y values for each x. Okay? And then you add them up. You add them up because the question is for adding. Okay? If it's subtracting question, then you do subtraction. Okay? And make sure you subtract the same order they want. Okay? So if you look at the table now, right? The second point you match, -1 plus 4 is 3. Okay? Add them together, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And you can see that over here as well. Next one will be 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the green is the result, okay, for the two function adding together. So this one is f plus g of x. So this is a new function, okay? So you have two linears add together, you get a new linear line. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, don't want to go too fast, okay? Please raise your hand again once you got the table and the new graph. So you can figure out the graph on the spot, okay? Just using the original graph, or you can get it from the table, okay? Depending on what you have. Okay, please raise your hand if you finish the green part. Okay, Jenny and Jocelyn, do you need more time? Okay, so that's for graphing, okay? Sometimes they just want you to get the expression, okay? Expression means the equation for the function, right? Because we know like f of x for the red, right? F of x is 2x plus 1. G of x is -x plus 3. What about the green, right? What would be the function for the green line? So you just basically you just add them up, okay? For the f is 2x plus 1, right? So we're doing the bottom part, okay? Plus g of x, so -x plus 3. And then you will combine as much as possible, okay? Simplify it. So here we get like terms. Okay, I'll let you combine them together by yourself. Just like polynomials, collect all the like terms. Okay, lady, do you have the final expression?
Not yet.
Okay,
X
Wait, yeah.
plus 4.
Yes, very good. X plus 4. Okay, does anyone else got different or have question about how to get that? Okay, so f of x plus g of x, you just combine the two functions together. So this function is for the green line, okay? So they are all linear. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing for multiplying, okay? So this time we can do a bit faster. For the f and g, they are still the same, right? So we'll just quickly copy the points, okay? Because they are the same. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, we'll just copy it down. -3, -1, 1, 3, 5. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then we'll copy the graph as well. So -2, -3. Okay, but this time it's multiplying. Okay, so your resulting function should look different. -2, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So when you finish graph, this time I would like you to try to get the graph using just the graphs, okay? Not the table. Okay, we are doing multiplying, right? F of x, g of x. Okay, so please try to make the green graph, the multiplying graph, by looking at the blue and the red lines. I'll show you one point, okay? So let's say we start with -2, right? So you look at this one and this one, right? For the blue, okay, let me slow down, okay? Are we done with the two graphs? Are you finished copying down? Can you raise your hand? Okay, yeah, okay. So let's look at how we get the points for the green, right? So without drawing the table, practice just looking at the graph. We have the blue one is at 5, right? 5 times -3, right? -3 is for the red. 5 times -3, that's -15. Oh, too low, right? -15. 8, oh, too low to graph. Okay, so maybe somewhere down here. Okay, let's try something smaller. Okay, so next one is at 4. 4 times -1 is at -4. Okay, this one we can do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you understand what I'm doing? Try to figure out the points without the table. Okay, just look at the graph and then plot all the points. Okay, when you've done that, please raise your hand. So total you will get 5 points. Okay, if you like, you can get more, and then you get a better idea what the graph looks like. Does anyone have trouble getting the green dots? Let me know, okay? Just turn on your mic and then I can go over another points with you. You multiply the two y values of each graph. Okay, raise your hand if you finish all the 5 dots for the green one. Okay, let me show you one more, right? So we have for the next point, when x equal to 0, you have 1 and 3, right? 1 times 3 is 3. So you have a point that's on top of the blue, right? Okay, next point is 2 times 3, right? 2 times 3 is 6. So it should be here. Okay, and the last point that we have, where should it be? Eric, what do you have for the last point? X equal to 2.
I have 5.
5, very good. Okay, 1 times 5 is 5. So looks like it's not a straight line, right? You can see they don't line up in straight lines. It's a bending, right? So it goes up, right? Up. And then bend. Right? If you like, you can do more, right? You look at the next point. Next point is at 0, 0 for the blue, right? That's a 6. 6 for the red. 0 times 6 is 0, right? Still 0. So we'll go through the 0 here. Okay, so what kind of graph does it look like? Okay, the negative 15 is not gonna fit, so I'm gonna just ignore that part, okay? So the graph will go down like this. This is something we've seen before, right? What kind of function do you call the green one? Let me lower your hands first. Anybody know? What's the green function? Daniel?
Parabola.
Yeah, very good. Okay, this is a parabola, or you can call it a quadratic function as well, right? This is opening down. So if you fill in the table now, okay, let's check the table. Evan, can you tell us your value for the y?
For the Y?
Yeah, for all the green one, the y value for the green.
Oh, okay. Is it so negative 15, negative 4, 3, 6, 5?
Yeah, okay. So for with the table much faster, right? So that's why sometimes the questions, they just give you the graph and I want you to figure out with the graph only. Okay, so next part, we need to get the expression for the green one. Okay, so we know the green has, green is a quadratic. Okay, so your results, you should have an x squared inside. Okay, so let's try that. F times g of x, which means f of x times g of x. Okay, and our f of x is 2x plus 1, right? From the top. Times g of x, negative x plus 2, sorry, plus 3. Right, so after this, you just expand everything to the FOIL and collect all the like terms, okay? I'll let you do that and we'll check answers, okay? So raise your hand when you're done expanding and simplifying. So you can see from these two examples, right, with different operation, you will end up with different functions, right, different pictures. So imagine if you have a function that's a square root, radicals, right? The graph will be much different. This is just working with two linear. All right, so let's check your answer for your multiplication here. All right, Yosher, what's your result?
Negative 2x squared plus 5x plus 3.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so you can see that there as a square, x squared, right? So that tells you it's quadratic. The -2, this number controls either open up or down. If it's negative, it's open down, right? So it matches our graph. Okay, this is a quadratic function from grade 11. Okay, so a little bit of review. Okay, the A controls opening up and down. Okay, if you finished your expansion, please raise your hand. Okay. So in your homework, don't just stop at 2 brackets. Okay, you need to continue, simplify your expression. Okay, expand everything. Okay, to get full mark. Okay, anyone has questions before we move on to next one? Okay, please raise your hand if you finish the last part. Kellen, Eric, Jocelyn. Okay, Jocelyn, do you have any question about expansion? Doing the FOIL? Okay, yeah, so make sure you know how to expand, okay? If you have question, let me know, right? Because I cannot read your mind, right? Gotta let me know, then I'll write down the steps. Okay, so next part, we're gonna look at division, okay? When you have a division, then your function will look similar to a rational function. Remember we mentioned about rational function, right? In the first hour. Okay, give me 1 sec here. Okay, how we get 2x plus 1 and negative x plus 3? Okay, it's from the question up here. Kellen? Because they tell you f of x is that 2x plus 1, g of x is negative x plus 3. Okay? Yeah. So depending on the question, so for the homework, right, let me just quickly point out what the homework look like. So like question 1, okay, this is on page 15. Question 1, it tells you the two functions, okay? And then question 1, right, it tells you to add the two functions. So each question, they give you different two functions, okay? So it's always given. All right, so let's go back. Let's look at division now. So we are still using the same function. That's why I asked you to copy it, right? So for the F is this one again, G is the blue, right? And then the division, the resulting is the green one. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. All right, so same thing, we're gonna copy both functions down. So let's see. Okay, -3, -1, 1, 3, 5, right? It's from the previous table, it's the same one. And then for the blue one, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, then mix up the color. Oh, I mix up the color, right? No? Okay, yeah, colors, right? Okay. All right, so let's copy the graphs. -2, -3, -1, 1, 3, 5. Here we go. And then blue one, -2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have F and G. Okay, so for dividing, right, of course, we can also use the graph, okay? So can you please raise your hand again if you finish copying the graphs down? Then we can start together. So everyone, please wait patiently, okay, for everyone else. Don't want to leave anyone behind, okay? And we are doing dividing, right? So remember to make sure which one is numerator, which one is denominator. Okay, Selena, are you almost done copying? Yeah, okay, so let's look at the dividing now, okay? So let's start with a -2 when x equals to -2, so that's this one and this one, right? Try to get it from the graph. We have 5 over -3. So 5 over -3, that's around -1 point something, right? So we have a green dot and -1 point something. Okay, so that's how you get the first point, right? Let's do one more, right? Now erase the circle. Okay, so for the x equal to -1, we have this point and this point. So that's a 4. 4 divided by -1. What's 4 divided by -1?
Jason, shouldn't it be the other way around? Because the red line is f of x and it's f over g.
Awesome, good, thank you. Okay, I messed up. You see, it's so confusing. Even I mentioned that, please remember which one divided by which one, right? Okay, the other way around, you're right. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have -3 divided by 5. So -3 over 5. So that will be -0 point something, right? Very good. So that should be the green. Okay, and then we have -1 divided by 4. Okay, -1 divided by 4. That's -0.25. Okay, they are both -0 point something, so we need to know which one is higher, which one is lower. Okay, to be more accurate. So let's try again, right? -3 over 5. -3 over 5, that's what? Negative 0. Anyone?
0.6.
Negative 0.6. Okay, so let's do that. Negative 0.6. So that will be down here. Okay, and then the next point is -1 over 4. Right, -1 over 4. This one is negative 0.25. Right, this one is easier. Quarter. Right, so a little bit higher then, right? Okay, so I'll let you complete the rest. Remember, it's red divided by blue. Okay, so we have 3 more points to go. Okay, try it by yourself. Okay, you can raise your hand if you finish all 5 points. Okay, be careful, right? Don't mix up the order like I did. Right? You get different numbers. Okay, let's keep track on the table too, okay? So negative 0.6, negative 0.25, okay? Once you got the answer, you put it in the table. But try to use the graph, okay, to figure out a number. Get used to this way, because sometimes on the test, okay, they don't give you the table, okay? Let's check the next value, right? You have 1 divided by 3. 1 divided by 3 is 0.3, right? Repeating. Okay, 0.3, so that's around here. Is it a straight line or no? Should be a rational, right? Rational cannot be straight lines. Okay, raise your hand if you finish all 5 points. Next one is 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, right? A bit higher now, 1.5. Okay, last one. Okay. Jenny, what's your last point?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
How do we get the green dots?
By dividing the two, like, red and blue ones?
Yes, very good. Okay, so I'm talking about the last point when x equal to 2, right? X equal to 2, you have this point and this point, right? Those 2 points has x equal to 2. So if you divide the y, what do you get?
Would you divide the red by the blue or the blue by the red?
It's the question says it's f over g, right? So f over g means f divided by g.
Okay, so then it would be 5 over 1?
Yeah, very good. Okay, 5 over 1 is equal to what?
5.
5, right? So you have the point right on the same spot as the red one. Okay, so you can see that it's bending, right? And then getting higher and higher. If we connect them, it looks something like this. Okay. Any questions so far? So over here, if you look at the table, right? 5 divided by 1, you get 5. Okay, so you get a graph. But then this is not the whole graph, okay? For rational function, there's other parts, okay? We'll talk about other parts later. Let's get the expression first. Expression we have is f over g of x, which means the top is f of x, g of x is in the denominator, right? And then we just write down our functions. So f of x is, what is it? Where did it go? 2x plus 1, right? G of x is negative x plus 3. So that's your expression. Okay, this is called rational function. Remember, for rational function, the most important thing is to figure out the domain, right? And domain is you look at the denominator. Okay. So what is the rule for denominator in a rational function? Let me ask Suzanne.
The denominator can't be 0.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so what number makes the denominator become 0, Lily?
3.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so negative x plus 3 cannot be 0, which means the x cannot be 3. Okay, so that means at 3, there should be an empty space, right? Like we did in the first hour, right? So we look at here, x equal to 3 is right here. And there should be an empty space. So the graph that you had just now is only on the left side. So in fact, there's the other side because we didn't have the big enough table to do the other side, right? So if you continue to do the graph, okay, suppose you continue to make 3, 4, 5, extend your table, then you will be able to see the other side of the graph will be going this direction. Okay, but we won't continue the table, okay? It will make the notes too messy, okay? So later you have another chapter just focusing on rational function. Right now, you just focus on getting the expression, okay? How to write out the expression. So because this one has a denominator, so your answer, you need to include this thing. You can call that the domain or you can call it the restrictions. So whenever you have restriction, you need to show it, okay? For your homework as well. So red box, okay? Those are your final answers. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, can you raise your hand if you are ready to move on to the next part? If you have any questions about any little parts, okay, anything that you think not clear, it's time to ask now, okay? Okay, raise your hand if you're ready to look at the next question. We have just one more to cover today, okay? Eric and Waylon, any questions? Okay, so far, just quickly recap what happened so far, right? We covered 4 different functions, what function means, and then we know how to add and subtract, multiply, and divide, right? Subtraction is similar to adding, just make sure you subtract in the right order, right? Same with dividing the order also matters. And then one more thing, restriction, if there's any, you need to write them out. So this time, let's look at some different functions, okay? We have a linear, right? This is a linear. This is a quadratic, right? This is a rational. I'm running out of colors. Okay. This is what? Also another rational. Okay, we have 4 different functions. No more graphing, okay? That's a good news, okay? We are just gonna write out the expressions and state any restrictions, okay? If there's any. Usually you get restriction when there's denominator, right? Okay, so let's start with the first one. Okay, question A, f plus g of 2. Okay, this is not multiplying by 2. Remember, this is function notation. So what this means is f of 2 plus h of 2. Okay, just like when you see the right hand side, it means f of x plus h of x. Okay, so on the left side, you are finding a point. This is a point. Okay, on the right side, you are finding a function. It's different. Okay, function represent the whole graph. A point is just one point on the graph. All right, different goal here. Okay, so let's start with the left side. Okay, f of 2, that means you need to look at the f function, right? You plug it in. 2 times 2 minus 3. That's f of 2. Plus, right? Because it says plus. H of 2. H of 2 is 2 squared minus 1. Does anyone have questions so far? How we get those writing? So this is how you can show the work, okay? Okay, then we can do some mental math here now, right? 2 times 2 minus 3, that's a 1. Plus, okay, what's the next part? Philip, what do you have?
4 minus 1 is 3.
Yep, so 3. Okay. Anyone falling behind here? Okay, and then final answer, of course, 4. Okay, so this is your answer for question A. Okay, so in the homework, you'll have something like this. It give you a couple functions, 2 functions, and then you need to find f plus h of 2. Okay, so that's how you do that. Next part is to find the function for the graphs. Okay, remember the green, the resulting one? And we're doing f and h, right? So you just copy the 2 functions together. So 2x minus 3. Plus h of x. H of x is a parabola, right? Quadratic. And then just combine the like terms, okay? Similar to the way we did over here. Remember this one? This one we need to expand. This one we collect the like terms. Okay. So please add them together and raise your hand, okay? Raise your hand if you finish this one. Okay, Jenny, Jocelyn, Selena, Waylon, do you have any questions? Okay, Evan, what's your final result?
I got x squared plus 2x plus 2.
Plus 2. Why is it plus 2?
Oh, sorry. It's -3. So it's -4 then.
Yeah, -4. Okay, so you end up with a parabola. All right. So what this means is you can use this function to find the result for any input. Okay, like this one. Right. For example, if I want to find f plus h of 2, I can put the 2 into the function. And then you can get the answer of 4, right? Let's try it out. So 2 squared plus 2 times 2 minus 4. That's 4, right? 4 plus 4, that's 8. Minus 4, give you 4. Right? So this can find the output for any number you put it in. Okay? Because it's the resulting function. So if they have a lot of questions to ask you, they instead of just 2, they ask you to find f plus h of -1, right? F plus h of 7, right? If they have a lot. So what you can do is find the resulting function first, and then use that to calculate each of the function. Okay, each of the answer. So that way you don't have to do it separately. Okay, so it becomes a formula that you can use. Okay, so this one, let me erase this. Right, you can use that to find it. So 2 different ways, right? So I would like you to try that. Okay, so instead of starting from the left side, I would like you to do the right hand side first. So this time is a dividing. So we have g of x divided by w of x. Okay, we'll do the right hand side first. G of x is the green one. W of x is the purple one. Okay, so I'll let you do that one first. You can raise your hand when you finish the expression. Okay, for the right side, just the right side. This one has a denominator, right? Because rational. So you don't forget to write the restriction for it. I'll show the first step, okay? In case you are confused what to do. G of x is 2x over x plus 4, right? Over, right? Over means divide. So you can write divide. I don't want to put another line, too confusing, okay? Divided by x over x minus 4. Okay, so you can start with that. Think about how you divide fractions. Okay, this is the green one, and this is the purple one. Okay, please raise your hand if you finish simplifying. If you have questions, you can let me know. Okay, Selena, do you have any questions?
No.
What have you got so far?
Oh, I don't really remember, but like all I did was just like flip the fraction,
Which one do we flip?
the purple one.
Yeah, okay, so let's write it down. Okay, so you have 2x over x plus 4 and then
Times
times
x subtract 4
over
x.
x. Okay, so what do you think we can do after we flip?
I don't remember. Like you multiply, but
Yeah, you could start to multiply, but usually when before you multiply, you can see if there's anything we can reduce, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you see anything we can cancel out? Anything to reduce each other?
Yeah.
Which
like-
one?
The x plus 4 and the x subtract 4.
Are they the same?
Yeah.
X plus 4, x plus minus 4, are they the same?
I don't remember.
No, you don't need to remember. I'm just asking you right on the spot, right? Okay, 1 plus 4, 1 minus 4, are they the same?
No.
No, right? So x plus 4, x minus 4, are they the same?
No.
No, right? So you cannot cancel them. You can only cancel if they are the same, okay? Do you see anything that's the same here?
The 2x and the x.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, the 2x, you can think of it as 2 times x, right? Because they're multiplying, you can separate them. So you can cancel out which part?
The x.
Yes, very good. Okay, only the parts are separated by multiplying. Okay, x and x canceled out. Okay, and that's the only thing you can cancel. X plus 4, x minus 4, they are not the same. Okay, if you want to cancel, it must be also x plus 4 on the top. Okay, so this one, not much to cancel. Okay, you just leave it like this. Okay, you can either leave it like that or you can expand the top. Okay, or okay, either one, you can leave it as your answer. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so we get to here. So that's our expression. And we want to use this to find our answer to the left side. So that means we need to plug in 2, right? Okay, so can you guys try that as well? Okay, please plug in 2 into your result on the right side. Okay, raise your hand if you get a number out. Plug 2 into the x of the red box. Okay, that finds the answer to g over w of x of 2. Okay, raise your hand if you got a number at the end. Oh, Jenny, what happened?
Sorry, my Wi-Fi cut out.
Okay, okay. Okay, Claire, what's your number for the left side?
2 over 3.
2 over 3. Okay, does anyone else got different?
-2/3.
-2/3. Anyone else? Double check. Is it +2/3 or -2/3? Jenny, what do you think? What do you have?
For which one, sorry?
The answer on the left side, this part, is it 2/3 or -2/3?
I actually didn't get to do that question, sorry.
You know how to do it?
No, but I was just gonna go back and watch the video.
Okay, well, no, don't wait till you watch the video. While I'm here, you
Okay.
can ask me here, okay? Did you get the answer on the right side, like over here?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Which part are you lost? How about up here?
Yeah, I did.
You get that part? Okay. How about this part?
Yep.
You know, they are dividing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you divide fractions?
You have to flip the second one and then you can multiply it.
Yeah, and then do you know why we cancel out the x?
Yes, I think.
Okay, they're dividing each other. If they are the same, they cancel out, right?
Okay.
Okay, so do you understand how we get the red box now?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the result of dividing the two functions. Now what we want to do is to use that to find the answer when the x become 2, okay?
Mhm.
So you put the 2 into the x of your resulting function, okay? You sub 2, x equal to 2. You put this into the red box,
Okay.
okay? Can you help us find that and tell us what you get? Replace the x with 2.
And then it's either
What you got in the numerator first,
oh, I got -4.
okay? Denominator,
I got -2.
how?
No, wait. Oh, I got 6.
You got 6, right? 2 plus 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and if you reduce that, it becomes
-2/3.
this, okay? Very good, right? So don't wait till the video, okay? You are in class, just ask me here. So you get -2/3 should be our answer. So that's if you use the function, okay? You find the function first and use it to find the value. You could also directly separate the function, find the value directly, okay? So let's also try that. The answer should match, okay? So on the left side, I separate into g of 2 and w of 2, okay? Let's find g of 2. So Sophie, can you tell us what's g of 2? Oh, 2/-2. Okay, you could turn on your mic. Okay, 2/-2. How'd you get 2/-2? Okay, okay, you're sure? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, 2/-2 is w. Okay, so yeah, 2/-2. Okay, g of 2 should be 4/6. Okay, and then we simplify it. 2/3 divided by -1. And that also give you -2/3. Okay, does that make sense? You can do it either way. You can find the function and then get the point, or you can get the point directly. Okay? Okay, raise your hand if you got everything here. Yeah. And Caleb and Selena, do you have any questions? How we get the values? Okay, so just quickly go over the homework, okay? So homework, it will be, where is it? Okay, page 15. I'll write it in Google Classroom as well, okay? But just need to explain, okay? It will be 1 to 8, right? You have different functions here, different pairs, and then each of them you need to find A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, so you can see you have AB is add and subtract. Okay, A, B, C, D is one group, right? They are all functions. And then E, F, G, H, they are finding points. Okay, 2 groups. Okay, you see the format? So, and then, okay, and don't forget to write the restrictions, okay? This one, we forgot to write the restrictions, okay? Or for this one, you can say X cannot equal to -4 because of the denominator here, right? Also, X cannot be 4 because there's another denominator here. Okay, cannot equal. Do you see another denominator? There's one more denominator that we missed. Daniel, do you see another denominator?
Yeah, the 2x minus 8 cannot equal to 0.
2x minus 8 cannot equal. Hey, 2x minus 8 is not denominator. Denominator means at the bottom, right?
It's x plus 4,
Yeah, we covered that already. You see the
X
yellow highlighted, right?
x minus 4.
We also have that. It's a second line. Where is the other denominator? There's one more. Anyone else want to add to that?
Is it third line, x minus 4 over x?
Yes, very good. Even though we canceled out, that's a tricky one, okay? Even though we cancel out the x, but that x has been there, you need to include that, okay? So you have to say x cannot equal to 0. So we have 3 restrictions, okay? The first one comes from the here, okay? Second one comes from here. And then the third one comes from here. Okay, so that's all, right? So the video will be uploaded to Google Classroom and same with the homework. And by next Saturday at the beginning of class, okay, you need to hand in your homework. If you have questions, we will spend 10 minutes going over any question you may have before you hand in, okay? So if you have more questions, you can stay after. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week. Okay, great having you today.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
Jason.
See you.
Jason.
Yeah, Selena.
This will be like, I think this will be my only class I'll be here.